Tommy's gonna taste the gin so that you don't have to. Let you save your money, yeah, that's what Tommy wants. Minimal dilution, cause we wanna taste the gins. But if the gins are bad, then we will throw them in the bin. Now let's hand it over to Tommy, who is gonna taste. He's gonna get all rowdy and shout up the place.
Hallo wieder, guten Tag, and welcome back to Tommy Taste, the channel where I taste the gin so that you don't have to. But most importantly, we'll be trying that gin neat. And this week, it is the turn of Elephant Gin's Elephant Strength Gin. Now, Elephant Strength, to you and I, that's a good sign. Navy Strength, 57% incarnation of the normal Elephant Gin. Elephant Gin is probably one of the better known German gins to appear outside of Germany, along with things like Monkey 47. What do I make of the original Elephant Gin? It's fine. I've always found it to be a little wishy-washy. For something that has such a good backstory, for something that has such a good striking bottle like this, and 14 botanicals doing an African terroir thing, I've just found it to be a little weak, little limp-wristed. Nothing that really I could get my teeth into. And the original clock's in at around 41%. So maybe that's the reason why. I always say that I'm really looking for about 43%. That's not to say that there aren't good gins under that, but most good ones clock in at 43 plus. So they're not taking anything away from the formula that made Elephant Gin so well known outside of Germany. It is still that same 14 botanical African terroir inspired gin.
Terroir, terroir. Terroir, terroir.
Including things like
Devil's Claw. Buku. The baobab plant. Lion's tail. African wormwood.
That concludes the ones that I'm not so sure of. But there are other things in here like apple, ginger, obviously juniper because it's a fucking gin, and then like lemon peel, other bits and pieces, pimento for example. Really, this is a bit of a mishmash of botanicals. Obviously, they're looking to do the African terroir thing. At its core, it's still really got quite classic gin botanicals in it. Apple and citrus may be a bit of a weird combo, and some of the African botanicals, there's no need to research into these too much, have kind of slightly more fruity or herbaceous qualities. So there's a lot going on, but I never got this a lot going on vibe with the 41%. Like I say, it felt a little weak. So the difference between this one and the classic, despite the upping in ABV to 57%, is the fact that they chuck in 200% of the botanicals, which is a classic Navy strength thing to do. So this should deliver quite the punch, and I'm fully expecting to have my jaw broken by the weight of an elephant stepping on it. Don't let me down, Elephant Strength Gin.
Gentlemen, I am not leaving without my elephant.
So there we have a nice, clean, clear measure of Elephant Gin's and Elephant Strength Gin in the glass. Quite a mouthful to say. Let's hope it's quite a mouthful of gin. But first, let's get our nose in there and have a little whiff.
Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant?
And this has got a really big nose. It feels really quite wild. I totally get like the terroir vibe. It feels like hot and vegetative, which is a really wacky term, which I wish I hadn't used, but it's on camera now. Swankers! There's some nice kind of like citrusy notes there. There's nice like blackcurranty kind of vibes in the background, but really kind of like relatively classic herbaceous, but like quite a hot, dusty kind of feel to it. Swankers! Let's have a taste.
Where's my elephant?
Hey, they're playing the elephant song!
I love that.
Reminds me of elephants.
Once again, I am super upset to be tasting this gin at 10 in the morning because it is phenomenal. Elephant Gin bang on about them having created one of the smoothest gins going, which is one of the most annoying marketing phrases that you're likely to find within the gin community. However, this is a navy strength that has a smoothness like nothing else that I've really tasted. It feels so luscious and oily and, you know, round. It coats your mouth brilliantly, and the finish is so long. All of the notes that we had on the nose really follow through on the palate, and it is just wonderful. I absolutely love this gin. Let's crack a little bit of ice in there and just see if a bit of dilution is going to change anything about it. My guess is that it should be possibly even better. Not that it doesn't wear the 57% well. This incorporates the alcohol so well, and the palate is perfectly judged. But I'm really intrigued to see what it's like as you take the ABV down a little bit. Cheers! I mean, the ice really sets the gin alight. Now I'm getting way more of the herbaceous kind of side of things, and things become way more spicy, like the pepper and pimento berries really make themselves well known at this point in time. It is really special. I'm in love. What can I say, really? Now let's just pop a splash of water in there. I don't want to over dilute this because then I'm afraid we're going to get just like elephant again. Now, I was debating whether I should actually dilute this at all because it felt so good neat and it felt so good on ice. I thought there is no way if I put water in this, it's going to be better. It totally is. This is a gin that needs to be treated like a whiskey. It is wonderful. It sets the whole thing alight. It becomes way more kind of like sweet citrus, and like the sweetness from the spices comes out as well. The finish is possibly even longer. Again, this actually could have been a gin that would have been better at like just an overproof rate around 50%, but they chose to go with the 57% because you can just enjoy it all through the dilution. And I think that's what's so good about it. There's not much more to really say on the topic of elephant strength, other than, and I don't say this often, I think this might be the perfect gin. There is little that I have tried that would even come close to or beat this gin. Is this better than something like Beefeater Crown Jewel, which I have sung the praises of no end? I think it is, actually. Sorry, Beefeater, but Elephant, you have won here in a spectacular fashion. I think that this, if you were having a martini, would be out of this world. If you're having a Negroni, I don't think you like gin that much, to be honest, but yeah, this is really gonna pack a punch to your Negroni. Just dial down the fucking Campari because it's just not gonna be nice in any way. The bottle looks stunning, the conservation message is right there, and now what we want to talk about is the price. 30 to 40 pounds you'll pay for a 500 milliliter bottle. I cannot think of a more solid investment to make than this. It is out of this world. If you do one thing today, go and buy Elephant Gin, Elephant Strength. You won't be disappointed. That was an elephant, by the way.
Yeah, like and subscribe, girl. Like and subscribe. What? Like and subscribe. Work it out. Like